Hey y'all, we're out here at Reed Bingham State Park today, and this is my local park. If you go to POTA.app, you can check out this park and look at all the links and who's activated out here for Parks on the Air at POTA.app. And in the search bar, you type in US-2195, 21905, and you can check out that, hey, who activates the most out here? It's either myself, Billy, Whiskey 1 What the Heck, or Whiskey 1 Wild Dr. Houston, or Kilo Oscar 4 November Lima Lima, KO4 NLL. Check us out on QRZ. Check our pages out. You can also see more of what we do. And check out my website, w1rcp.com, where I sell some of the gear that I show you in the videos. So, all right. And with that, it is 36 degrees in South Georgia, which for it to be 8:30 in the morning, 9 o'clock, 36 is pretty cool. And it's supposed to get colder as the day goes on a little bit. I think our high is 37. And then tonight we're going to see lows. But I want to check out and test this WeatherPod today. So what we're going to do is set up over there. And I've kind of scoped it out. I'm going to show you now the ride over here. So there goes our normal spot. I'm gonna move to a different area because the wind can be kind of crazy over there. So we're gonna go back inside the park to a more tree-like area. It's still a picnic table, picnic shelter area, but it has trees all around it. This is where we're gonna be. And I think I wanna use these trees over here. We do have a turtle bed right in the middle that we'll have to avoid. But I think that should be enough. So we're going to come right here. We'll set up right there. And now that I showed you the ride over here, this spot is going to be windy, but I chose over here because it's shrouded by trees. My hands are so cold right now just getting out of the Jeep that I wouldn't be able to key my Morse code paddles very well. So I'm hoping that it'll be warm enough inside using the buddy heater to actually make this work. So stay tuned. There's more to come. We are out here. We've got the WeatherPod, and you can check that out in the link somewhere up here at the top, Amazon affiliate link. But I'm going to show you how easy this thing is to set up. It comes with stakes and everything, but I'm going to avoid the stakes today. But look at that. Quarter of the way there. 2/3 of the way there. Boom. Check it out. We got a WeatherPod. Now, while we're outside, I'm going to leave this open for oxygen because I'm going to use a heater inside of here today. And I forgot my table. I left the table right where I picked this up in the living room of my house after I tested it out. Now we're going to set up this chair. On the inside, I can already tell it's warmer just being in here, because there's no wind blowing on me. It's about 37 degrees, which is around here cold. But I'm going to see how warm this thing gets, and then we'll look at the difference in temperature between inside and outside. This is my camp chair. I really love this camp chair. I have sat in this thing for many hours and have been completely comfortable in it. These are a little more tricky. This one's not so bad. You get to this other side, that's where you have to use the pull string. So pull that with our strong little pinky. There's our camp chair. Now, a table normally would go right here, but I kind of forgot it. Now, we're going to do a quick change on the buddy heater. So we're stepping inside, and now we're going to fire up. This thing's not very fast reacting. It's about 37, 36 degrees out right now. So the first thing you do with your buddy heater is you push down, turn it to pilot, and then you go click, click. And you wait until the gas is, you can barely see the pilot light in there. If you put your finger over it, you can't feel it because it's like almost nothing. Once you see good gas flowing, you push to low. Now, some safety. Don't leave it unattended. As much as it's tempting to just walk away and leave it going, don't. I'm going to put that right there, let the heat flow this way, and I'm going to leave it unattended. But I don't recommend it. Now, let's scope out our antenna situation. I'm going to put that on there to hold it down. I'm thinking today I want to use a long wire. So let's see what's in the bag. What's in the bag? All right, antenna choices. We have random wire. I think that's what we're going to go for today. I think that'll be pretty easy to set up. And I might just be able to toss it right over one of those. So let's see, do we have any throwable materials? Because otherwise that's not going to work. Okay, that's not going to work. We'll use this. Buddy heater's just a going in there, but the door is wide open. Okay, taking the 20, what is this, 29 feet? We're going to go from, I really don't know how I want to set this up. Do I want to go vertical? Well, here's how I do it. I take this, push it through here, then we go around once or twice to keep that in place. So this is a 29-foot random wire. This is only a 20-foot mast from Gigaparts, but this is a 29-foot random wire. So what I'm thinking is I'll take it up, find a good spot, but then I'm going to run my coax, which Lord knows, did I even bring coax? That could be a real tricky thing right there. I know I have coax. I just have to figure out where did I put it. Aha, coax. I moved it because it was hard to deal with. So this goes to the radio. We can find us a little entry point over here for the radio. It's probably just going to sit on the floor anyways. Okay, next, we'll take and put the radio in there. Now, let's see what we want to do. We could just lean that against the tree like that. Maybe that might be the thing to do. So check this out. Since we already have it up at 20 feet, let's put it just like that. That's headed sort of, it's going to have a westward movement there for the RF coming off of it. Plug that in right there. I use some spare Andersons for that. I don't think these are legit Andersons. I think they're the cheapies. I think they're Glarks off of Amazon. I'll be kind enough to put a link to that, an Amazon affiliate link in the description in case you want one. So things are warming up inside the tent. Got the campers over there. We'll take this, plug it in right there. No, we won't. Yes, we will. Which way is up? Which way is down? Okay. Take the other end of the coax. We'll take this and hang it. So that's how we set up the WeatherPod. I also call it the heat hut. And here we are. Awesome. Let's step inside and zip it up and enjoy the weather. I think that's who it is. It is. So we gave him a 519. You could tell that my fingers are cold because my phone's not reacting. So I don't even think the tuner is engaged. How about that? We had a pretty good SWR on that random wire, even without a tuner. That is awesome. But we're going to set it to auto. That was Skip that we just worked. K4EAK. Okay. We're going to have to move this chair over because holy cow, it got warm. Really warm. That's amazing. Let's see if 705 not... Uh-oh. I accidentally saved them twice. Whoops. Nice to find him in Florida. That was probably a new park to me. He's in Florida. Well, I guess we lost Barry. Here's how easy it is to put this thing away. You take this, push it towards the center, fold it in half like this. Take this end, you push down, you curl it. Bingo. Done. So simple. If you forget, there are folding instructions on the inside. You take a QR code and it'll take you to a video, assuming you're not in the middle of nowhere where there's no internet access. But folding it up, practice in the living room before you leave. Once you get it down, boom, done.
Thank you, channel members, for your continued support. Without you, I just couldn't go on. Be sure to give a like to this video and consider subscribing to show support. While you're at it, check out this next video, 73, and thank you for watching.